morning, T-Birds. Welcome back to another episode of THUNDERVISION. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Braden.
In today's episode, Braden tells us how to make the most of senior year.
Severa checks out a really cool, fresh, and fantastic art class.
Jack bestows us with a glorious PSA regarding loudness.
Dylan gives us a story about the senior banquet.
And Nate interviews Jake about the #1 in Animation Award.
And Chris talks about the future of THUNDERVISION.
Let's bring it over to Braden, who gives us some tips and tricks on making the most of your senior year.
Hey T-Birds, I'm Braden with THUNDERVISION. With the end of the year coming up, I interviewed some seniors and had them look back on the year and have them share their favorite things of the year and any advice they might have for others. Here's the story. Hello, who am I here with today?
Anthony Gullo, senior at Connecticut High School.
All right, Anthony, and senior year, it's common for people to be excited about senior year. Were you, and does it live up to the hype?
I was, and I definitely think it lives up. There's just a lot of things going on this year to be excited about.
Mm-hmm. How do you like being a senior so far?
Yeah, so really it comes with a lot of privileges, and you kind of, once you're a senior, it's a lot different. You don't have to stay for all 9 periods, so it's a lot of privileges that way.
And, I know you said a couple good things about senior year, but what is your favorite?
I think my favorite is just the general feeling, just having one last ride before you graduate and just making the most of it.
Mm-hmm. And Anthony, do you have any advice for juniors who are looking to make the most out of their senior year?
Yeah, just really, take advantage of everything you can and just try to make the most of it. Really just take opportunities and enjoy it because it's the last year.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you for your time, Anthony.
You're welcome, Brady.
Hello, who am I here with and what grade are you in?
Nicholas Daniels. I'm in 12th grade.
You're in 12th grade, so you're a senior. A lot of people look forward to senior year. How has your senior year been, and did it live up to the hype?
It's going pretty good, yeah. It's definitely lived up to the hype.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like about being a senior so far?
Driving. Driving to school is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school late.
And your favorite thing about senior year, what would it be?
Just hanging out with my boys one last time.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the best part.
And what is some last advice you would have for a junior who's looking to make the most out of their senior year?
Just take it all in, It's gonna go pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you for your time, and good luck after high school. Hello, who am I here with, and what grade are you in?
I'm Joe Scarabino, and I'm in 12th grade.
Mm-hmm. So 12th grade, a lot of underclassmen, expect big things out of 12th grade. Would you say yours lived up to the expectations?
Yeah, senior year has been real fun this year.
So far, we're coming up on the end of senior year. How do you like being a senior?
It's a lot of fun. I get out of school real early, so that's a real nice perk of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, and last question. If you have one piece of advice to give to an underclassman looking to make the most out of their senior year, what would you tell them?
Don't pack your schedule. Just take it easy. Do nothing.
All right, well, thank you for your time, and have fun the rest of the year, and good luck in college.
So Braden, is there anybody you're excited to never see again?
There's a lot of people. A lot of people.
A lot of people? Anybody specifically you want to call out?
No.
Oh.
No one I want to call out.
All right, well.
Anyone for you?
Nobody I'm really I'm not gonna be happy for anybody to leave. I'm gonna miss you guys,
Oh. From the heart.
From the heart, right here, in my chest.
Severa is breaking in and disrupting a bunch of great electives for her own selfish gain. Today, she checks out an art class. Here's the story.
Hello all. You're probably wondering why I gathered you here today. Well, now that I'm in my final moments of high school, I've realized that I haven't been able to take a lot of electives that pique my interest. Knowing this, I will be entering various classes that always seemed interesting to me, that I never had the chance to take. Hopefully by doing this I can get a sense of closure, maybe find a new interest or hobby to pursue after high school, and show you, the viewers, some of the classes you might be interested in taking while you're still here. Today I'll be joining Mr. Rapone's drawing and painting class. One of my best friends has taken many classes offered by the art department and has always had positive things to say about Mr. Rapone. So I want to see what this is all about. Now, I've taken art in the past. I've taken ceramics at the high school, and I once took a private art class outside of school. This year I'm taking broadcast journalism, so I'm editing film, but I'm not the best at it. With all this in mind, let's go see what an actual drawing and painting here entails. Overall, in Rapone's class, I had a fun time. In that class, there was a lot of freedom. He wasn't doing lessons anymore because it was the end of the year, but still, it's pretty flexible, and I had a great time in there. I tried to copy my friend's art. Didn't go my way, but I did it, and it was a fun experience, and I would recommend it to anyone. A little word from my friend here.
If you are very passionate about art, this is a huge recommendation to take Rapone's classes. They're very, very good with the content, and I feel like it's not like there's a lot of high schools around the nation that have these teachers that will berate their students for their artwork or draw over their students' artwork, and never have I ever experienced that in this class. It's been all positive criticism. So if you're really interested in art and creating and improving your artwork, I really recommend taking Rapone's classes.
It was good to be here, and who knows what class I'll enter next. It could be yours. Back to you guys in the studio.
Being loud can sometimes be problematic and annoying, but Jack gives us a PSA regarding how to fix that issue.
You know the feeling when you're sitting in class and there's just that one student who won't stop talking, who keeps disrupting class? Well, then this PSA is for you. This PSA will bring awareness and will share 3 ways that these students can better themselves and others around them. One way you could better yourself and others is just to pay attention to the lesson. This will lead to your grades increasing because you're retaining more of the information discussed during your class. Very simple. Your grade will go up. The second way is also another very simple option. You could direct your talking from meaningless banter with your friends to, I don't know, answering the question the teacher asks you or helping students around you. This way will make the people in the class think you're a nice person. Lastly, and the easiest of them all, just by quieting down, bringing your voice to a whisper will annoy others less, and you'll no longer be distracting yourself from school. And that's all. Hopefully this PSA will make your classes more bearable and maybe even increase some of your grades.
I hate when people are loud in the middle of class.
Senior Banquet is coming up soon, and Dylan talks about all the info you might need. Dylan, you like partying?
I love partying. You know me. I'm a real party animal.
The CHS Senior Banquet is on May 21st, and as a precursor to prom, it acts as a way for seniors to have a party to reflect on their high school years and celebrate their graduation. Superlatives, or awards, are also given out during this banquet to both students and teachers to showcase their amazing achievements throughout the years. Now, let's talk to some seniors and see how they feel about the event this year. What's your name and what grade are you in?
I'm Jake, and I'm a senior.
Alrighty, and are you going to the senior banquet this year, Jake?
Nope.
Why?
I think I would just rather go to a prom instead of banquet. I mean, the things I've heard about previous banquets are not really that exciting as much. Yeah.
Why are you so excited to go to prom if you're not excited to go to banquet?
Because I just feel like prom is just like the better option in general. And also, what was it? I usually, last year, instead of going to junior prom, I just went to Six Flags, and that ended up being 100 times better and like 3 times as cheaper.
3 times as cheaper for Six Flags is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we ended up getting something that was like, the whole thing ended up being like $80 a person.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I might do it again. I think I might do it again now thinking about it.
You should take me.
Maybe. Maybe I might.
You didn't say no.
No, I didn't say no. Although I actually just might like take a flight somewhere instead.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Myrtle Beach for the weekend.
All right. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name's Braden, and I'm a senior.
All right, Braden. And are you going to the senior banquet this year?
I am.
Cool. What are you so excited about?
Honestly, I don't really know a lot about Senior Banquet, but you know, it's just another event senior year, so I don't see why not. I don't have anything better to do.
All right, and do you know what you're gonna wear? Are you gonna wear anything fancy, casual?
Probably wear like some nice clothes, like a button down, maybe a vest, maybe.
Ooh, a vest.
I don't know the apparel for it.
The senior banquet seems great, and I hope everyone who's going has a great time. Happy banqueting!
Our very own Jake Herding is finally graduating. I'm going to miss him a pretty measurable amount. He also won a great award for animation. Here's the story.
Hey guys, I interviewed Jake Herding about his win from the recent film festival at Locust Valley. Let's see what he has to say. Who am I here with?
Jake Herding.
First of all, congratulations on your win from the film festival.
Thank you.
How did you feel when you won first place in animation?
It was kind of a shock for me because I've been to the film festival for the past couple years and all their first place winners were really good. So it was a pleasant surprise that me and Johnny won, but overall I think it was deserved.
What got you into animation?
An obscene amount of SpongeBob at a really young age. I was like, wait, that looks cool. I think I'm gonna do that. And so I did. And I've now been animating for probably 6 or 7 years, something like that, something weird.
Were there any other animations that you submitted in the film festival?
Yes, I also submitted another one. It was more of a sympathetic animation, more deep and emotional. It was actually submitted to multiple college film festivals. And I was like, you know what, let's just submit it to Locust Valley. It'll probably do something. And it did. It got nominated, but didn't win though.
What did you think about the other animations?
The other animations were pretty good. I think the most interesting one that was there was like a stop motion paper, like construction paper animation about like the itsy bitsy spider. But like every time it climbed up the spout, it would get more and more disturbing. It was interesting, to say the least.
Indeed it was. Who inspired you to get into animation?
Myself.
That's awesome. Thank you for doing this interview.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
And you know what? Here you go. I will give this award to you now, because you are now first place in animation now.
All right, thank you.
Man, that really was a great animation.
Yeah. Over to Chris's story. I'm Peter Parker.
Hey Connectquat, as we all know, students come and go in our classes, but here in broadcast journalism, this can be especially difficult with people having better social skills than others, or maybe people having better abilities with our software that we might use. So a lot could change depending on person to person, but luckily we were gifted this year with one of our great students, Dylan Vecchiarello. Dylan is a new member to the team that is especially good when it comes to using our softwares and editing due to having some background in it through just personal experience. As well, he's great when it comes to creativity, which allows him to make these very intricate episodes with animation and a very nice rounded story. But next year, one of our students in here, Jake, who currently edits and publishes all the videos that we make, will be leaving. But luckily for us, we've entrusted Dylan to take up the mantle. Who am I here with?
Dylan.
So, what's your opinions on broadcast journalism?
I love it. I think everybody in there works really hard. I think it's a great class, actually. It's really cool. We've been getting some more budget, more cool cameras, cool microphones. Teleprompter, that's pretty nice. I like that one.
That was pretty cool.
We got a light on this camera that we're not using.
Anyways, what made you want to join broadcast journalism?
I've always loved the journalist side of events and stuff. Plus, I thought it would be really cool to learn how to edit and film and utilize like cameras.
Did you ever expect to have keyword is interesting impact that you did on this class?
What would you say the impact I had? So who am I here with today?
Oh shoot, damn bro. You know how you do everyone's voiceovers?
Well, I don't do everybody's voiceovers. Ethan does his when he doesn't ask me to do them. Jack does his when our teachers force him to do. I don't do yours. I like doing the work. It's fun. It gives me something to do. I'm only here for half the time as everybody else. I'm only here for one period, so I wasn't expecting to have that impact that I did, I guess.
How does it feel knowing that you're most likely going to be one of the main people running the class next year in replacement of Jake, being that he is graduating?
I'm really excited. I'm sure we're gonna do great things. I know Austin, who also does a lot. He's probably gonna be up there. So we're gonna be trying hard. We're gonna be making sure we get more stuff out faster. We're gonna be making sure the quality control is a little bit better. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting. You gotta be ready. We're gonna work you till you're exhausted every day.
Thanks, Dylan, for sharing. We hope to see you all next year. Peace out.
You're gonna be gone next year, but how do you think THUNDERVISION's gonna be?
You know, I think it's gonna be cool. You know, we're getting a lot of new equipment.
Yeah, I think next year's gonna be pretty good.
I hope so.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of THUNDERVISION. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and stay tuned for our final episode of Season 3 in a few weeks. Until then, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Braden.
And we are THUNDERVISION.